Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson were one of 2022's most shocking couples, but that all came crashing down when it was revealed this week that they broke up after 9 months of dating, and you'll never believe Pete's unbelievable reaction to the split. So it started when Kim's source claimed that the entire breakup was mutual and that there was no drama, and well, that was apparently not the case at all, because allegedly Pete's not handling it very well at all. He's currently in Australia filming a movie, and a few weeks ago Kim went to visit him, and supposedly she went to Australia with her full camera crew to film the new season of the Kardashians, and when she got there it was awkward. So it sounds like to me it was the beginning of the end, and according to the sources it was very obvious that Pete and Kim were not getting along, and supposedly he was really mad at her because he didn't like how she was flirting with him, whatever that means. And I don't know if I believe it, because has there ever been a guy on the planet who doesn't like how Kim Kardashian is flirting with them, especially considering that he was her boyfriend of 9 months. But anyway, so they broke up this past week, and Kim's sources swore up and down that there was no drama and that it was all mutual, and that all went out the window when Kanye went on Instagram the morning after and posted a picture that said Skeet Davidson dead at 28, and you can only imagine how triggering this was for Pete, who has struggled with his mental health in the past, and even posted on Instagram that he wanted to leave this earth after his last extremely public breakup with Ariana Grande, and it sounds like it did really affect him because Kim begged Kanye to take the post down for hours, and he did eventually, but the damage had already been done, and Pete has supposedly been in trauma therapy because of Kanye's nonstop bullying. Now don't get me wrong, Pete is no stranger to therapy. He actually revealed that he's been in therapy since he was 6 years old, and an entire year before his dad tragically passed away at 9/11, and then right as he was about to be done going to therapy, that tragic day occurred, and he said that he's been in therapy twice a week since then, but this new form of therapy is on top of his typical therapy, and it's 100% because of the way that Kanye West has treated him, which is really sad if you think about it, because Pete Davidson has talked a lot about how he didn't have a lot of older male figures in his life after his dad passed away, but it seemed like after he became famous, there were a lot of men that he looked up to, and Kanye was definitely one of those people. He was constantly thanking Kanye for being open about his mental health journey and issues, and had some pretty hilarious stories about times that they actually had hung out, so I can only imagine how upsetting it was that he went from someone that he looked up to someone that was publicly harassing him and asking his fans to publicly harass him in just a few short months. In fact, he's even still talking about how amazing Kanye is after everything he's done to him and said about him. In Pete's newest Netflix comedy special, he started off with a joke about how Kanye West told him that he had a pretty controversial disease, if you know what I mean, and Pete joked that because it was Kanye who said it to him, and Kanye is a genius, and he took the allegation seriously and went to the doctor to get it checked out. And I'm not even joking, you guys. He probably called Kanye Genius at least a half a dozen times in that one stand-up special, and this was way after Kim and Pete had started dating and way after Kanye had started going after him. So it's really sad that even after all this, Pete is still talking nicely about Kanye, even though Kanye's not reciprocating at all. And supposedly Kim's had enough of it. So after Kanye's latest dig at Pete was posted publicly for the internet to see, she went off on him, telling him that he had to remove it because of Pete's trauma therapy. So it sounds like Pete's really struggling since the breakup, because let's be real, if he wasn't, I don't think Kim would have cared that much about defending him, but he's actually been seen since the breakup, and it doesn't look good. First, he was seen wearing an interesting shirt, and maybe it means nothing, and I mean, he is in Australia filming a movie, so his clothing options are probably pretty limited, but the shirt had a bug on it and said the words, "What? I feel like S, you know what," and I don't know about you guys, but that seems like a pretty clear message to me that he's trying to make a statement without actually making a statement, and it sounds like his antics were a pretty big reason for their breakup. For one thing, Pete is a lot younger than Kim, and that seemed to have caused a major rift in their relationship. In his past relationships, Pete could just fly his girlfriend out to wherever he was, but when you're dealing with Kim Kardashian, who is not only one of the busiest celebrities out there, but also a mother of 4 small kids, it's just not that easy, and he's definitely used to a more spontaneous lifestyle, and Kim's just not in that place anymore, especially when you consider that she probably has way more work commitments than he does aside from her family. So maybe they did break up because they just weren't in the same places in life, but it definitely seems like there was more to the story. In my opinion, I think the pressure just became too much for the couple. Just dealing with Kanye's crazy harassment alone must have been a huge source of stress from both of them, and then you add on the fact that Pete seemed to be coming on pretty strong by doing interviews saying that he wants marriage and kids sooner rather than later, and he even went so far as to tattoo kids' initials on him, even though Kim definitely seemed to be going along with it, at least slightly, and she was recently quoted as saying that she thought she would have 6 kids, even though in the past she said that she wanted all her kids to have the same dad, and apparently that wasn't as big of a deal for her anymore, and she might have actually been considering having kids with Pete Davidson, but let's call this relationship what it was, a rebounder. And I don't think Kim had any intention of the relationship becoming as serious as it did, and now I can't say the same for Pete because he always seems to fall too hard and too fast, but I really think that Kim was just looking to have fun after her divorce, and I don't think she went into this relationship with any intention of marrying him or having kids with him, but it turned into that after he came on pretty strong, so it's really not all that shocking to me that she ended it after he was doing interviews saying that he wanted to get married, and I really do think it's only a matter of time before he finds someone new, and hopefully this time he'll be able to make it last with her and have the marriage and the kids that he's been trying to achieve for years, because I think we all remember that if he had proposed to Kim, it wouldn't have been his first engagement. Yeah, the reason that Pete skyrocketed to A-list, celebrity status in the first place was because of his whirlwind engagement to Ariana Grande just a week or two after they started dating, so clearly he's been ready to be married for a while, and now that things are over with Kim, it's really just a matter of who, not when. But what do you guys think? Do you think Pete is handling the breakup well? I have to say, I really hope he is, because it was really scary for a second there after he and Ariana broke up, so hopefully he's able to stay strong against the online bullying and harassment that he's been facing lately. But let me know what you think in the comments below, and guys, do me a huge favor, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like, follow, share, subscribe button, and y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.